Hey everybody, I'm Natalie. I will be running you through a 60-minute yin practice today. Just want to say, if you've come and practiced with me before, I miss you so much. If this is your first time with me, I want to thank you for letting me be a part of your practice today. If you use props, or if you're not sure if you use props, feel free to take a moment, grab things, maybe a blanket, some pillows from the couch, the bed. Maybe you have blocks or something like that at home. So I'll give options as practice goes on today. So just make choices, see what feels right for you. I think one thing about practicing at home, we don't necessarily have as much apprehension, kind of worrying about how we look or making too much noise, especially maybe in a yin class where it's a little more relaxed, a little more quiet. So just work on finding stuff that works for you, since this is your practice. So grab anything you need, make sure the light level is good, you've got stuff you need around you, temperature-wise you're comfortable, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So today, coming to Shavasana to start. So lie down on your back, just settling into your space. And then once you get down to your back, grab any propping you might want. Maybe that's bolsters or something, pillows, even a blanket underneath. You can always put something under your neck. So just grab anything, even a blanket over you. And then come to settle in, lie down. And just really taking the first few moments of practice to start to arrive and bring your focus more inward. So right away, as you begin to do this, just take a moment to acknowledge any worry, stress, fear, maybe even anger that you might have going on right now. Just acknowledge that these feelings are there. Just take a big inhale breath. And then exhale. Try to release and let some of that go. And starting to tune into your breathing. Really just start to notice how it feels. Maybe noticing the temperature as it comes in and out. Is there any texture to your breath? Is it soft or maybe a little expansive? And bring your awareness to your body. Really take a moment to feel each part of you that's connecting right now with your mat or your blanket, with the floor, with the earth. So notice the back of your head and just feel the weight of it relaxing to your mat. And notice if you can relax more muscles throughout your face. Notice your temples, your brow, even your jaw. And then bring that same awareness down to your shoulders, your back. Just feel those parts of you that are connecting, pressing down. And relax, shoulders. Just lose some tension throughout the neck. And bring your focus to your belly. And just here, really notice the rise and fall, the movement of your body. Notice the connection it has with your breath. It's a connection that's always there. And continuing to move focus down to your legs, to your heels, and feeling those parts of you pressing down as well. Relax all the muscles in your legs. And as you continue to breathe, releasing as many muscles as you can, tapping into your yin energy. Yin energy is a calm, cooler energy. It's more relaxed, still. So invite that energy into each breath. And feel that cascading through your body. And if there is an intention that you would like to bring into your practice today, please bring that thought to your mind now. And then wherever you are in your breath, empty all the air from your lungs. And then take a really big, deep inhale, fill up, option to clench up all of your muscles here from fists, face, feet. Exhale, release everything down to your mat, let it go. Another deep inhale, just filling up, bring new energy, some calm, a little light in. Exhale, breathe out some negativity, some of that stress, tension. One more deep inhale, breathing in the energy of your intention, filling up with that. And exhale, send it out, share it, breathe it out. And then continuing to keep this deeper pace of breath as you move through practice today. Just smoothly breathing in and out through your nose. Knowing that you have your breath with you as a tool. So if you notice your mind wandering throughout practice, just bring it back to your body, to your breath. Just going back to that connection. Just notice your body moving, rising and falling. We'll be dedicating time in each pose today. So know that you'll be allowing your body to just physically sink into a shape. Along with time, also working to dedicate stillness and a little intensity or discomfort. Stillness being both physical and mental. So notice as you move through your practice today, which one might be harder for you. Again, using your breath as a tool to try not to fidget, make unnecessary movements. But also again, if your mind is wandering, bringing it back to your breath. And then intensity, discomfort. Always an option to take your practice more restorative if that's what you're looking for. But looking to feel something in the body, feel a stretch. Be a compression depending on what we're doing. Really looking to feel something as you're doing that, working to relax all the muscles. Notice what you're relaxing right now. In doing that, helping to strengthen, stretch out joints, connective tissues. And from Shavasana, take 3 more rounds of your breath. Don't change the pace of your breathing. Try to keep it the same. Just 3 more rounds. Round being a full inhale, full exhale. And then once you've emptied out from those 3 rounds, we'll be starting out on our backs. So you're not going to be moving far. Option to keep your eyes closed. This first pose doesn't often need much propping. So just lying down as you are, flat on your back. We'll be moving into Bananasana. So thinking of a crescent moon shape, banana shape. I'm just starting by bringing your arms up overhead if that feels good for your shoulders and your neck. So stretching out. You can have arms straight or slightly cactused. Bent at the elbows. And then from here, just start to inch heels over towards the right side of your body. So just inching heels any amount. Notice when you start to feel a stretch through your left side. Try to leave your tush where it is. Just letting your hips relax. And then from there, also an option to start inching hands, even shoulders a little bit over to the right as well, making that arc shape. Noticing your left side if you're looking for a little more intensity or depth on this side. Option to cross your left foot over your right. And do the same thing with your palms. And then once you feel you're at an appropriate depth, go ahead, close your eyes, settling in. Just right away, tuning into your breath. After this first minute, just notice if there's more you can relax throughout your body. Just focusing on your breath, your rhythm. And count 3 rounds of your breath from here. Continuing to release and relax. We've been through these 3 rounds. When you've emptied out from the bottom of your 3rd exhale, begin to inch yourself over back to center. So inching, maybe shoulders back, heels back. And from here, it might feel really nice to pull knees in towards the chest. Maybe even rocking and rolling a little bit. Just move slow. Just never rush in Yin class to get anywhere. Once you feel like you've taken enough movements for that side, you can set up on your other side. So again, maybe even take a long body stretch in between just to reset. Then bringing heels over to the left. Any amount, maybe noticing on this side if you're going a little bit farther. And then again, inching shoulders just slightly. And your arms over to the left. Again, noticing the sensations through your right side. There's the option to cross right foot over left. And settling in, tuning into your breath. And then right away noticing if your mind is wandering away or some thoughts might be coming in, swirling around. Just acknowledging whatever is distracting you. And bringing your focus, your awareness back to your breath. And count 3 more rounds of your breath. And once you've emptied out from the bottom of your third exhale, and inching back to neutral, and taking slow movements, and bringing knees in if that felt good. Maybe it's just pulling them close to your chest, or maybe it feels nice for your spine to move back and forth. And once you've taken those movements, you're ready to move on. From here, moving up to a seated position. So just making your way up any way that feels good to you. We'll move into a little bit of forward folding next. And even though Yin focuses more on the lower half, really kind of releasing leg muscles, targeting hips, specifically often, but also the spine. I've noticed since I've been home a bit more and working from home and cooped up a little bit more than usual, just kind of sore all over, but also just my neck and my shoulders have been really bothering me. So option today too to just focus on those things as you're in these folds. Maybe trying to find props in a way that help you to release and just really relax. Just notice where you have tension, and always just do what's feeling good for any of those parts. With that being said, we'll move into butterfly pose next. So without propping, I'll show it that way first. I'd be bringing soles of your feet together and then folding forward. You can be folding forward any amount. You can always do poses without propping if you prefer. I do find that propping just helps to really relax muscles a little bit more and be a little comfortable during some of the discomfort or intense parts. So again, that's the shape. If you know what you'd like to do, go ahead and move into that right away. But I'll give a couple options if you're not sure. So you can always take a blanket, and I'll kind of do this sideways here. And then just sort of half sitting on that blanket. So that'll neutralize your hips a little bit more. And then soles of feet together, you can use blocks or pillows or anything to place under the knee. So notice where you start to feel a stretch as you release your legs. So if your knees are a little higher up off the ground, it might be nice to have that there. And same with the fold forward. Maybe you're all the way down to your mat, but if not, you may want to grab some pillows, blanket. Just notice what feels good. And then rounding forward. So for me, a rounded back feels good in this pose. And then noticing if you'd like arms in front, maybe clasped in front of you, or draping behind. Notice if you can relax your neck. And then just release, settle into the pose. Now, as you work to relax, release in this pose, maybe focus on the rise and fall with your breath here. Tuning in to each exhale, and then noticing if you can relax more muscles, release a little bit more. And then from here, count 3 more rounds of your breath. Once you've emptied out from the bottom of your third exhale, it might feel good to counter stretch the back so you could plant palms behind you, lifting your heart, even letting your head drop back, stretching out the neck. And also from there, guiding legs back together. And from here, either maybe straightening them out in front of you. You can kind of do these side to side tick-tock motions with your legs. So just noticing sensations maybe at the hip, how your back is feeling, just moving slow. And then taking those movements as long as you need. When you're ready to move on, I'm finding half butterfly next. So starting by extending your right leg out. Just your right leg out straight. You can have sole of your left foot on your thigh. This also is a fold forward, so folding over your right leg. So just noticing where propping may be helpful here. Maybe that's stacking a few things to really be able to release down. If you do have blocks, you can always also kind of use these like a shelf if that was something that you just wanted to prop up that way. So just noticing different options. Be fumbling for a moment, finding what propping is helping you. And once you feel like you've got what you need here, working to just release down, relax arms, cross them over, and try to release the head. And then closing your eyes and settling it. Bring your attention to your leg. Can you unclench any muscles throughout your leg? And then next, focusing on your face, your neck and shoulders. Just really focusing on your breathing. I'm just trying to follow your rhythm throughout the pose. And counting 3 more rounds of your breath. And as you're ready, just slowly rising up. Just notice sensations maybe through your left side as you move. And right away, just taking movements that feel good. So maybe that is, again, sort of tipping back, stretching. You can bring your arm maybe up overhead if that feels good. Drawing your leg in. Maybe that's kind of pulling your foot back a little bit, stretching your leg out straight. Just find motions that are feeling good for your body. And then once you're ready to move on, just moving into your other side. So straightening out your left leg this time. And again, finding propping. Noticing the flexibility on this side. Maybe it's a little more flexible, a little less. And settling in, working to just close your eyes, relax your muscles, and breathe. And as you continue to release, relax, bringing yin energy into your body. Just focus on your breathing. Just keeping it smooth, steady. Maybe noticing if it's changed since you were in Shavasana. And find 3 more rounds of your breath. And slowly just rising and noticing how your left side is feeling. Setting any propping aside. Taking movements that feel good for your back. And maybe for your legs, probably opposite movement for the right versus left leg. And again, always finding counter stretches or even a pose as long as you want, as long as you need. We'll move into one last fold. We hit the spine in a different way. So moving into caterpillar pose next. Stretching legs out long in front of you. This essentially is a forward fold. So without propping, that might be something like this. For here, options for propping. If it doesn't feel good to have the legs straight, you always have the option to have a bend in the knees or even really put a bend and use that to rest your belly on your thighs. Really just kind of compressing the stomach here. Also rounding the spine. Or again, just finding whatever quantity or amount of pillows might work to really allow you to just settle into this. And sometimes it takes a little fidgeting and fumbling to figure it out. That's okay. Noticing your mind here. You've lost sight of your breath. Just bring your attention back. Maybe noticing sensations in the body. So focusing to release and relax with your exhales. And then taking 3 more rounds of your breath in your caterpillar pose. And continuing to release and relax. And once you've emptied out from the bottom of your third exhale, just slowly rolling up to a neutral spine. And set, propping aside. From there, finding movements that are feeling good. So again, that might be squeezing shoulder blades together, arching the back, maybe even rolling the shoulders around. So if you're hearing any creaks. And then bringing knees in. And just moving, maybe it's even moving the legs back and forth a little bit. Finding those motions as long as you would like. We'll be moving to belly next. So first, just coming into a tabletop position. Just on all fours. Maybe just take a couple movements that feel good, whether that's some kind of cow and cats, or maybe it's just sort of rocking back and forth, side to side, even doing barrel rolls. Just notice what feels good for your back. And then when you're ready to move on, just slide on down to your belly. You're finding Sphinx pose next. This will be a good counter stretch to all the folding we just did. You can start by just grabbing opposite elbow with opposite wrist. Maybe just start out lower. Notice how that's feeling at your low back. If you do want more intensity in this pose, just the closer you inch your elbows under your shoulders, the more intense that will start to feel. Really release, relax your legs. Notice what you'd like to do with your head. You can keep it neutral, let it drop down. You can even continue the arch of the spine. Look up and back towards the ceiling. You don't necessarily need propping in this pose. Things that might be helpful, maybe that's kind of a block or two to rest the chin or even the forehead, depending on what you're doing with your head. You can also start to kind of layer, stack things under your armpits. So maybe that's a couple pillows here. That's an option if you don't want to use your arm muscles to hold you up. You can always sort of prop yourself up this way as well. Just different options there, noticing what is feeling good for you today. And then working to settle in. Again, closing your eyes, tuning in to your breath. Maybe right away, just focus on the parts of you connecting on this side of your body. So the top side of your legs. And you can feel your belly pressing into your mat when you breathe. And notice any discomfort you may feel in this pose. And then bring awareness to any tension you may be holding on to in other areas. Face, the clenching of your legs, or even your glutes, your tush. So try to let those muscles go. Just using your breath to guide you through the rest of this pose. Knowing you'll have about 1 more minute. So making any modifications if you need. Maybe you're perfect right where you are. Maybe you'd like a little more discomfort, maybe a little less. Just keeping options in mind, following your breath. And then taking 3 more rounds of your breath. Trying to still find that stillness and release. And once you've emptied out from the bottom of your third exhale, you can either just come to lie flat all the way down. You notice how that feels on your back. You also have the option to press back, maybe finding a more traditional child's pose. You can even take a pillow or two and curl over, just exaggerating that roundness. And just taking a few rounds of breath. And then from here, we'll be moving into one last pose, a two-sided pose. Which, we'll take on our back. So just make your way to your back, whether that's rolling over, or if you were in child's pose, just slowly making your way down. Keep finding recline, twisting. So just legs out long in front of you, and your arms by your side, or maybe even on your belly. And just start by drawing your right knee in. Maybe take a moment to stretch it in, press your shoulders down for a moment. Just squeeze your knee towards your chest. And then bringing your knee over to just your left side. And kind of any amount here, so propping that can be helpful. Using something kind of under the knee, under the ankle, just making sure both of those are supported. If your right shoulder is lifting up off the mat, that's where, again, another pillow, even a blanket, just kind of tucking that under there. Just feel that let you release a little bit more, relaxing. You may need a little angle to your legs. You can always add maybe 2 pillows or a block, something under your knee as well. And just settling in, so doing what feels good with your head, with your gaze, with your arms. Just relaxing leg muscles. And closing your eyes, tuning into your breath. mind back to your body by listening to, feeling your breath. Just maybe noticing that connection to your mat here. Releasing as much as you can, letting gravity do some of the work for you. And take 3 more rounds of your breath in this pose. At the bottom of your 3rd exhale, just working your way back to neutral. Pulling in your right knee again. Squeezing that down for a moment if that feels good. And send your right leg out long. Option to stretch out long or even draw knees in for a moment before moving to your other side. And moving any propping you may want over to your right. And then when you're ready, drawing your left knee into your chest. And maybe just taking pause here, pulling in your knee, just feeling a stretch at your hip crease. When you're ready, sending your knee over to your right side. And taking a moment to just set up, propping you may need. Be mindful of your shoulder. And again, settling down into the pose onto your mat. Really focusing on that yin energy, relaxed, calm, cool, still. Just focus on breathing that in. Just bringing that energy in through your whole body. And just releasing on every exhale. Just letting more go with every breath out. And taking 3 more rounds of breath on this side of your twist. And then as you're ready, rolling back to neutral. Again, pulling in your left knee if that feels good in your body today. And stretching out long. And from here, pulling these in. Option to find a happy baby pose. So flexing soles of feet up. You can take motions here if that feels good. Maybe that's moving around on your spine, rocking and rolling a little bit, or maybe it's sort of straightening out one leg, then the other. Then finding a little bit of stillness. Just let the weight of your arms, your hands pull down. Just feel your knees moving a little closer to your mat. Then releasing into legs up a wall. So just straightening legs out. This will be the most active pose of this practice. Option to even flex, heels up a little bit. And squeezing thigh muscles a little. Big breath in. And on an exhale, release, drawing knees closer. And take another big breath in. If it feels good, curling up into a little ball. Option to clench all of those muscles up again. Then on an exhale, release down into Shavasana. Again, grabbing any propping you may want, getting comfortable. And then once you've grabbed propping that feels good, maybe a blanket, a little extra warmth. I'm always cold. Then close your eyes, continuing to just find and focus on your breath. And going back to that connection of your body with your mat, the earth, really focusing on that. So doing that same or similar scan that you did at the beginning. So maybe starting at your head. Again, releasing the weight of your head down. Moving that scan on down, all the way down, from shoulder, noticing your belly, to your legs, to your heels. And just following your breath and finding stillness. Today, yogis, I leave you in your Shavasana, obviously taking as much time here as you would like. I want to thank you again for letting me be a part of your practice today. Namaste, yogis.